All right. Apparently, a report came out, or from some, I think, Bleacher Report, suggesting that the Lions go after Derrick Henry after David Montgomery's injury. I don't think it's that dire need to go after Derrick Henry. I didn't mind him going after Cam Akers, who ended up getting traded to the must be the male person after he ended up getting traded to the trying to think uh Minnesota Vikings is where he went. So yeah, he went out to Minnesota. Um, I seen Realistic Randy was mad as hell about it. Hilarious video. Um, but I don't think it's that dire need. But I think it's some concern about Jahmyr Gibbs, and it might be even more concern about Jahmyr Gibbs if he don't pick it up this game. I think it was a reason, and they were saying that he pretty much wasn't ready yet. That's what they were saying, that he pretty much wasn't ready to take the load on. And like I said, they asked him to do a lot. You got to know, pass protection in the backfield. You got to know blocking protections. You got to know blocking, as a receiver. You got to know route tree as a receiver. Um, what else? I mean, you got to know just so much. You got to form a rapport with your offensive line. So when you draft guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, remember Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson a few years ago, who got traded this offseason from uh, Arizona to Arizona to Jesus Christ. He got traded from Arizona to New York Giants. Like, when you ask somebody to come in and do a lot of things and not be good at one thing, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Because you gotta know all these different you gotta know all these different things and these assignments. So um like I said before, I don't know if it's dire need enough to say, well, you got to go get a Derrick Henry. If that's the case, you should have just went and got a Mike Williams, or tried to really go get a Quentin Williams or something like that. I think you got more of an issue at receiver than running back. And I understand Derrick Henry and Mike Williams are both means to an end. And what I mean by that, they both towards the end of their career, you know. But I like what you're doing in the backfield. I like what Montgomery is bringing to that backfield. But hey, if they went out there and they pressed and they got them, they got Derrick Henry, I ain't mad at it. Because now it's somebody that can carry your offense for another year, maybe 2 years at the most. And you can sprinkle him in there with Jahmyr Gibbs. You can put Jahmyr in the slide, and you can do some things out wild with Jahmyr. You still can sprinkle Jahmyr in there. So I wouldn't be mad about it. But I feel like they got more pressing needs trying to find a three technique tackle that can get up the field, or and pass rush, or a receiver, or another cornerback. That's my humble opinion. That's my humble opinion on it. Okay. So that's my humble opinion on it. But excuse me. But nonetheless, I ain't really mad at. Shout out to Alex because he sent me the story. Um, you know, let me pull the story up while we talking. So I mean, I can see if David Montgomery had a season-ending injury, and who knows? Some of these injuries they be saying they can linger on for quite some time. They can linger on for quite some time. So, but if they did it, like I said, I'm not gonna cry and bitch and complain and do a Frank what the f. If people remember that when Frank Ragnar got drafted, I'm not gonna do that. But it's win time then, and Derrick Henry can do some things in the passing game too. Let's not forget. He can do some things in the passing game. So, um, I would be excited, but my thing is this: what will be the Titans' motivation for doing that? Because they not out the playoffs yet. Yeah, they not out the playoffs yet. They still rolling around here. You know what I'm saying? So it says the Lions name landing spot for two-time Russian champion. It says that on September 20th, Bleacher Report, Christopher Knox connected Lions to Tennessee Titans running back. Two-time Russian champion Lions could consider Henry as Montgomery expected to miss a couple of weeks with the quad injury, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Knox wrote in his weekly story about players who could proverbially be a last piece of the puzzle for contending teams. Henry will form an intriguing tandem with rookie Jahmyr Gibbs. I would agree. The thing is, because Montgomery can split out wide and do some things. The thing is, I mean, you will be in win now mode. So what if, Aaron Donald or Chris Jones became available? I mean, at that point, do you start to mortgage your future, or mortgage your draft future next year or farther out to acquire some guys? Maybe Tampa Bay come back down to earth and you get Derrick Henry, you got some money. Can you acquire, do you want to acquire you know, sheesh. Mike Evans too, or what if the Rams, start losing? They say we want to trade, Aaron Donald, or the Chiefs say, you know what, we can't afford Chris Jones, let's trade him. Do you say, you know what, let's press forward, let's go for it now? We figure out the financials, we can make it work on the back end, later in the season. I wouldn't be mad if they did. I wouldn't be mad if they continued to build it, because I don't think anybody thought the rebuild would be this far in completion. So I don't think anybody thought the rebuild would be, this far in completion yet. So I think a lot of people are happy where they are rebuilding wise. And if you got to wait another season, I think it's a season or two ahead of where we were going to be in the rebuilding mode. So I don't really think people like really tripping over it. It's not the end of the world if they come up a little short. I don't think it's the end of the world. So yeah, I don't think it's the end of the world. So I think it's going to be interesting to see, what happens. I won't be opposed to it. Like I said, I wouldn't shoot the idea down, but that's my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and argue people who are against it. I'm not going to sit here and argue people that's against it. So, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Your subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.